Oh, Lord Jesus. You know, occasionally I would listen to Dr. Neely Fuller. Um, you can still find his material on the internet, on YouTube, rather. And he said something to me, well, not to me, he said something that when I heard it at the time, I said, man, what is this guy talking about? And this was maybe 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. He said the white man's booty hole is the new black woman vagina. And like I said, you just heard what I just said, okay? And you probably scratching your head right now as well, because that's exactly it didn't make sense to me. And I think I brought this up one time in a video when I was talking about masculinity and the and how it's becoming a relic, a thing of the past. Men, straight men, um, we're becoming shunned. We are shunned. uh, I'm not getting all into this alpha stuff and high value man and all this shit. And see, let me address that shit real quick. See, now it's becoming trendy. I'm an HVM. I'm an alpha. I'm a sigma. You know, now it has too many. And see, this is when, you know, shit just start. It ain't even. It's not even. It's not even cool to talk about. It's not even a serious situation or a conversation anymore about it. Talking about manhood is not even. You know, it's becoming trendy. You know what? You know what this manosphere shit is turning into? It's turning into the so-called black conscious community. Now it's pissing contests. Okay, who's whose sword is the longest? Who can cut? Who know more about what? I'm an HVM. To be an alpha, you have to make it. Now, it's not even a situation where you can sit your son down and talk about what it is to be a man. Now it's, you know, now it's being diminished into who can I con a woman out to get sex. That's not manhood. It's becoming regurgitating sayings like, we don't mess with women and kids. If she got kids, forget her. No fucking shit. No shit, Sherlock. But see, now when guys were saying this, it was like, oh, okay. But now it's becoming trendy to say. Like, look at me, man. I don't fuck with single moms. Okay, nigga, you want a gold star with that shit or what? Like, okay, what the fucking do? But just to get back on what Dr. Neely Fuller said, and then you couple that with all these, your little boosies, begging white men to, give my Instagram back, get my Facebook back. You got all these black men with all this goddamn money, supposedly, begging these white guys to get back on platforms so they can buffoon and shuck and jive. I ain't got no way to make money. It took my see, and that's what I'm talking about. So when I hear some of these divested sisters out here talking this bullshit, but when shit like that happens, when I hear shit like that, when I see the likes of Kevin Hart sitting on a goddamn white guy's lap, an old white man's lap, that shit ain't cool. And it plays into what Neely Fuller said. The white man's booty hole is the new black woman's vagina. When you see buck breaking shit like that, and you know, all know I don't really use those terms, but it's there. Your grown ass. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Gary Coleman, when see, this is a little backstory. They remaking or remade the about to say the Facts of Life, Different Strokes, but Facts of Life, all those were good shows back in the day, and it was about Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman. They were brothers. They were adopted by an older white man who had money, Mr. Drummond. And I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, Gary Coleman, was he an adult when he was doing that? And some of y'all may be saying, well, it was back then, No. Don't see these we're living in a different social dynamic than 35 years ago. Different Strokes, shit. That show was at least in the late 70s. So, parents, man, they did it back then. No, motherfucker. This is a new day. This is different. Kevin Hart, in upwards of wealth, almost $500 million probably that he's worth, and you sitting on a grown man's fucking. I sat here when I saw that. I said, I know me, Painless. What would someone came to me in a position now, but this is assumed, okay? If someone came to me and said, you know what, Painless, we want you to sit on this man's lap. Like what? To me, that's very compromising, and it's very, as a man, that would be something that should be a natural fuck no. Just think about it. I want you guys to think, if someone came up to you and said, well, for this scene, we want you to sit on the lap of John Lithgow, great actor, and I want your grown ass to sit between the legs. Really, that's what you're doing. If you're sitting on somebody's lap, it's really you sitting on his dick. As a grown man, how would that make you feel? I'll wait. Think about it for a little bit. And this is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at. Now, the assumption is, what I just said a moment ago, is that, Kevin Hart, he's powerful. He has all this money and influence. Well, obviously he fucking doesn't. And then then that would springboard me to ask, Kevin Hart, since you're a mogul, you're everywhere, why the fuck would you do that? Why, I would expect And I don't even condone that shit then. But I respect a low level actor, because we all know that the wear the dress, especially brothers who hasn't worn a dress, you got to get in. And what does that, And I said, well, why are you doing this shit, Kevin? You didn't have to do that. You could have clearly, like, you didn't think to be like, man, I'm not doing that shit. I'm Kevin Hart. However, we can do this. But no, you did it. And I'm hard pressed to believe that you went against that. I don't think you made a fuss or an argument or a rebuttal. I think you saw it, and I think he's like I'm talking to this motherfucker. I think he saw it and was all for it, all aboard on it, and it's unfortunate, and these these guys, the babies, these guys, tough gangsters, being deboed by, purple hair, gauged ears, bull ring, Doc Martin wearing motherfuckers. Think about that. These LGBTs make these guys bow down and make them get on their knees, and I'm gonna leave that there. But there's a lot of, and like I said earlier, to be straight male is becoming offensive to people. How dare you be straight? How dare you know how to change a tire? How dare you work out and sweat and try to get bigger? Oh, I hate sweat. Give me a latte. That's the world we living in, folks, as men. And you can see it, and you can see the fear in these interviews. When I'm walking down, and me, I can see the scariness in the eyes of a lot of these young millennial TV bopper, always on their cell phone, about to walk into you types. I can tell. It's like they don't look you in the eye. It's like, I get a kick out of it. Frankly, to me, I don't give a shit, because in the end, I know that's what works. See, we're going against nature. Man dressing up like a woman is going against nature. A man that aspires to be a woman goes against nature. And everything will manifest itself. And I couple that with all these women that want to do things like, Kevin Samuels, he said something. He said that women, y'all don't have the grip strength to manipulate nature. And that, while that may sound, kind of like irrelevant, it makes perfectly good sense. Nobody watches the fucking WNBA. Women don't even watch that shit. But we stay trying to push this narrative. But like I'm going to keep saying, just to be a straight male is, and that's any ethnicity. You can be goddamn Pakistani, Sikh, goddamn Filipino, white, El Salvadorian. It don't matter. To be a straight male and to walk around with your head held high, chest out, just being a guy that knows how to do shit, that's not picking his ass all day, that is doing shit, that is kicking ass and taking names and getting shit done, that's a threat, especially to women, too, now. especially in the so-called black community. I've said this to a nausea. I've said that a lot of black women look at a guy who has his shit together and she knows she can't come over there with that bumquisha bullshit because she knows she got to tighten the fuck up when she runs across a straight black man with his shit together. That narrative about, oh, they're gay or they always enjoy, that shit don't fly when you run into a brother like me. Because now it's like, well, this is a good guy, got his shit together. I can't, I, I, I can't run game on this motherfucker. I actually have to get my shit together. See, with you Dusty Rones and Rodricks, she can come in there half cocked, do what the fuck she want, say. Because 9 times out of 10, you Negroes gotta live with her. You have nowhere to go. You're in a deficit, brother. You're in a goddamn deficit. And these women, they know that. A lot of women don't, especially in the so-called black community, they don't want guys with their shit together. They want goddamn Frankensteins. Motherfuckers they gotta put together, stitch together, screw on, and fix. And then wonder why they end up in the predicaments that they in. Instead of just getting the dude that's got his shit together. But see, a lot of women want power in the so-called black community. They want power. Hell no, this nigga ain't gonna be making more than me. And see, it's disingenuous and it's hypocritical. Because in one breath you say, well, men are supposed to be the providers and shot callers, head of the household. When you find a motherfucker like that, you tuck tail. Oh, now the ante's up. Now you like, oh shit, damn, bitch, I can't go out no more girls trips. This nigga, I can't run shit on him, bitch. Bitch. And see, women like that, I'm so grateful that I can spot this bullshit in women, and I immediately cut them off. When I hear a 52-year-old woman, I say, hey, what's going on? What you doing? Oh, I'm about to hit these streets. 52 years old, and I know some women, that's older, but there's some women that in case this woman, I think she was like 49, but she didn't look 49. She was very attractive. I'm not going to take that away from her. Kept herself in shape. Didn't look 49 at all. And when she said that shit, she said, I'm about to hit them streets. I said, you know what? Adios, bitch. You know what? I'm not, Because I know what comes that mentality that always got to be out at the happy hour every goddamn day. Trying to be in the mix, trying to be seen, spending goddamn money they ain't got. And brothers, and when I say brothers, I mean everybody. You need to avoid those women. When I hear a woman that's always out and about on the fucking... Now, if you single, okay, I get it. But see, women like that, well, that's cool when you're 25 and below. But if you in your 30s and you still doing that bullshit as a woman, every goddamn day it's a party, mimosas and brunch and all that bullshit, brothers, don't deal with those women. Those are ones who can't sit their ass down. Like, sit your goddamn ass down somewhere. Shit. 42 years old talking about, brunch and this, we got to shop, and we going to... And that's why you ain't got no fucking husband. But yeah, that's why... sisters, I and I've always said, I prefer a sister, but and it's a different type of sister you gotta find for brothers out there that want to stay or want to come back but see, with me, many of y'all know I was married to a woman from the islands, the Pacific Islands, and I've always said that I've never been one of those guys that shun black women. I've always found black women attractive. I mean, that's idiotic. But I realize that the typical sister out here, I need a nerd sister out here in the goddamn Marvel comics and shit like that, and going to the damn what's them damn VidCons conventions, Marvel conventions where they dress up like fucking damn uh, Harley Quinn. I don't know. This is different, but the sisters, these HR manager type sisters out here, these sorority sisters, no, that's not for me. That's them ski-wee bitches out here with driving like a fucking bat out of hell in these Mercedes with their little deltas and placards on their license plate, holders, flying down the goddamn HOV lane on their phone at 90 miles per hour, running people off the road. Nah, them type of sisters, and I see them all the time. When I see these sisters in these expensive ass Mercedes with their Delta and placards, I say, yeah, I already know what she's about. Them sorority sisters already know what their asses is about. Spending, they, you're a goddamn HR manager making 60 grand a year, paying $700 fucking dollars a month on a Mercedes that if that shit broke down, you ain't got near funds to replace that shit. The parts on that goddamn car. So miss me with that. I'm about to, my damn coffee get cold. Messing with y'all. Painless out.